Hey everybody, it's me, Remy, the comic book poser, and I'm here today to welcome you to Enter the Poserverse. It's Monday, so you know what we're talking about. I did it. I limited everything that I read this week, which all of it was pretty damn solid, to my 5 favorite books. So if you want to find out what came out last week's New Comic Book Day that you might have missed out on, and you should read and get this week's New Comic Book Day, you'll have to check it out after this.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Before we get to the rankings, a couple of quick announcements. Number 1, put it on your calendar on this coming Thursday, the 20th of May. I am hosting my first Whatnot auction. It's going to be primarily comic books, but for my pop and card collecting family here in the mix, I've got some mystery boxes and some pops that will be up as well. So you can find my Whatnot information in the description down below. Number 2, don't forget that 1,000 subscriber giveaway is still going to happen throughout the entirety of the month of May. So click on this link right here, go comment on that video, and later in the week, probably on Friday or Saturday, there will be a prize update video that you can comment on and get a second entry on the wheel. And number 3 is kind of a big one. This is something I never thought I would have the ability to do, to be part of whatsoever. My hands down dream, and one that I'm still fighting for, is to get some kind of pull quote, something badass that I've said on the back of a trade. Still want that to happen. But I get kind of the second best thing. I get my logo on the back of a comic that I've talked about it a little bit the last 2 Sunday night Poser and Pals auctions, but to catch all the details, here we go. Check this out. Alright, so I think that's really cool, and today or tomorrow you will see a blog post up on comicbookposer.com. I've got to read Tales in TechniHorror, and I think it's a really good horror anthology on par with other series that we are falling in love with and all pining over now. I think it showcases 5 very good stories across the sheer variety of genres of horror that you get, that I feel like it's as good as the Electric Black and Electric Black Presents, without that common thread of the store for now. So if you're interested, the trade dress version of the exclusive is $20. Either one of the versions are $40, or you can pick up a bundle of all 3 covers at AMKMcomics.com, link down in the description below, and you can get the set of those 3 for $85. So, I'm excited. It's a publisher I love, an imprint I love. The exclusive artwork is done by Nate Johnson, who, if you've paid attention to any of my Comic Tom videos or my 1,000 subscriber giveaway video, where I showed off these sexy limited 250 Power Rangers prints that he did. I'm a big fan of his artwork, and he's doing our exclusive, so I'm excited to see how it goes, and if I get the opportunity again in the future, I'd love to do it. So let's talk books. Coming in at number 5 from Vault Comics is Heavy number 6. So it's by Max Bemis, Eric Donovan, Peter, and Taylor Esposito on the letters. This is the beginning of the second arc. Bill has rejoined with his wife in the afterlife, and it is interesting to watch their relationship play out, but also because she hooked up with Slim before she died, it's interesting to watch that love triangle play out. It's odd, all over the place, but I like it. I think Bemis is doing a good job playing with the absurdity of dudes with big guns, and I want more of it. I'm glad that it's back after the break. But it's a good read. You should pick up the trade and check out issue number 6. Coming in at number 5 from Image Comics is Carmen number 3. This is by Guillaume March. As the young woman who died in the first issue is continuing to find ways to deal with the fact that, yes, she indeed is dead, and has been told to not intervene with the, things that are happening on a day-to-day basis, or if she touches someone that she can be seen, she finally decides to intervene and find out what kind of cosmic power, influence, rightness, or wrongness she has. The art in this is still fantastic. I think Guillaume March is doing amazing things. And if you're okay with some nudity in your book, check it out. The art is dope. Coming in at number 3, another Image book, is Geiger number 2. It's Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson. We get to learn a little bit more about the lore surrounding the Glowing Man, what is happening in the world of Geiger. We meet some new protagonists who are going to have to flee, and that's all I'll say there, but to find out to where or from what and why, you should check this book out, but it's good. The art is breathtaking. You know that there's some hype around this book because number 1 went to, I think, at least a 3rd printing, and they've gotten better and better. Coming in at number 2 from Humanoids is Space Bastards number 5. So I knew when I read the 2-sentence preview statement on League of Comic Geeks that I instantly was intrigued by what Sharptoberfest is, and dear God, do several wild things happen in this book in terms of, what happens to Ernie, what happens to his assistant, the 2 people who have been on his tail, what happened to them, in terms of the events, the explosive events that we think are coming, how does this play its way out, do some old faces from the first issue or 2 finally show up, does the Space Postal Service need to be saved from Ernie? So many amazing things are happening in this that, Robertson, Peterson, and Aubrey are absolutely crushing it in this book, and Pansitis. I can't forget the letter. But this has been one of my favorites. I'm guessing we see one more issue and then a break for a trade, but this is the book that put Humanoids as a publisher on the map for me, and I really think more people should read this, especially if you love absurd action books, you love Derek Robertson's art, but Aubrey and Peterson are delivering as, creators who are new to me in a way that I really enjoy. And then there was one. Coming in as my pick of the week is a book that I am sad to say goodbye to. From Aftershock Comics is Scout's Honor number 5. This is written by David Pepos. Luca Casalanguida is on the art. Matt Milla is on the colors. And Carlos M. Mangual is on the letters. This has all built to the final conflict between the Scouts, the Highwaymen, our main character, and now that she's been outed as female, the additional threats that are coming to her. Is she still going to be able to kind of save the fate of the Scouts after letting everybody know how Hancock died? This book took so many twists or turns. I almost cried twice at the end. In terms of like the second climax or some of the resolution. This is a series that I would love to see more of, like now that they've dealt with the threat in this first arc. What happens? That David Pepos is becoming one of my favorite indie creators, that I think he is one hell of a writer. In terms of the art, Casalanguida does a lot to, you know, show off not just the high action and intensity that we get to see in this book, but also some of the more delicate emotional moments as well, that to me, all around, you know, if it's going to only stay as a 5-issue mini, Scout's Honor might be one of my favorite books ever. It might now be in the pantheon of my top 5. And it's going to be real hard to knock that off the list in terms of my top books of the year from each publisher. Folks over at Aftershock are going to have to shake some trees to knock some things down. There are some other really good books at Aftershock right now, but Pepos and the team have set the bar awfully high. So what do you think? You know, if you've been watching live, then you've been chopping it up with me in the chat over here. If not, let me know what you think down in the comments below. But again, for everything that we've talked about today, in terms of the What Now auction, the 1,000 subscriber video, the new exclusive, all of those, there are links in the description for you to check any and all of those things out. But I'm excited to hang out with you all tomorrow when I talk about what my weekly pull list is, and throughout the rest of the week as I've got unboxing content and things like that as I'm getting ready for Thursday's night's auction. As you can tell from the slightly more organized than usual mess behind me. See? Sneaky peeky is some of the stuff that I got. But, as always, y'all, thanks for stopping by, and have a good one.
Thank you for being a friend.
And from my heart, I want to give you a big Bronx, yeah! Yo, big things soon to come. Keep doing your thing. Come.
And I want to thank you. Thank you, silence.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.